It's got a nice weight to it. Car, not the bike. Just clean my garage. Need to buy a toolbox and build a workbench is what I need. Yeah. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's kind of a dismal day. Of course, I had to, not do the outdoor project during the sunny days, had to wait. So what are we doing today? Well, today it's Jeep Gladiator Overland build. Dun dun dun. So today we're gonna put the rack on the Jeep. I got myself a hat, and this little thing holds my action camera, so I don't know, get some point of view footage, I guess. Just trying something out. Oh, yeah. Pick all that up after, I guess. These will just go up here somewhere, I guess. Have to figure all that out.
So here's the Vevor Overland truck bed rack. It's 51.2 to 65.4. It doesn't really have a part number here. I got it off of Amazon, but when I went to the Vevor website, there was actually two different styles you could get. When I originally read the forums, they said that this does fit on a Gladiator, but you're going to have to trim a couple of the sidebars because the bed wasn't long enough. But as you'll find out in this video, I didn't experience any of that. It fit the Gladiator just fine.
All right, let's get this out of the way. Have to make a run to the dump. Oh look, what's this? A piece of wood. Always use wood. Alright, let's check out the instructions here.
In the diagram you can see that on the edge of the mount you put two bolts in the slots and they thread into a bar. You push the mount on top of your bed rail and push that bar up underneath, and it will catch the bottom lip of the bed rail. Tighten the bolts down, and that's what holds your mounts in.
Yeah, those are all identical. Oh, nice. I do need that X key. Well, on to bed. Well, we'll give that a try. That's one. Oh, that might be too narrow. I'd have to expand that, I think. Feels pretty sturdy, I guess. I don't know. Probably gonna regret this. Probably should have did the first one. But maybe I could just reach over the bed and get them assembled. Maybe not, eh? Now this should be able to, look at that. The bolts are a pain in the butt to get started. Maybe I just drank too much coffee. I need tape measures in the house. So say 15. Yeah, it seems like that one's in out a little too far. That body mark right there, maybe even a little more. Yeah, that looks more like it. Yep, it is.
Well, once you figure out the width and have everything just kind of sitting there loosely, you just go along and tighten up all the bolts. You know, I was actually kind of surprised. The more parts you put on and the more you get it bolted together, it actually starts to feel pretty stable. Vevor claims that it has a 900-pound static load. And static load just means, well, it's sitting still. I think if you had 900 pounds sitting up on top of that rack and you're traveling down the highway and slammed on the brakes, you're probably going to run into some issues. So I'm not exactly sure what the dynamic load is, but I know that my rooftop tent's 175 pounds and I have an awning, a little side tent, and I'm going to mount some recovery boards. And I'm kind of hoping that that's all going to be under 400 pounds and that this rack should handle it just fine. I definitely see lots of guys running around with them and with very similar setups. And in fact, there's a guy here at work with a Honda Ridgeline that has the exact same rack and the same style of tent on his. And it all seems to be working, so once you have the first arch mounted and bolted down and you made sure that it was square, just assemble the next arch. But put these mounts in loose because you have to remember that you got to put on the side bars that let you know how far apart to have each of the racks. Just kind of how you space them out. So I'm actually pretty impressed with the quality of this rack. You know, it's powder coated. I didn't scratch any of it off while I was assembling it. And you can see I'm kind of tossing panels around a little bit. And I'm not being gentle with them by any means. So I think it was $425 Canadian. I mean, plus tax. And well, I'm Amazon Prime, so I didn't have to pay delivery. But I'm actually seem really happy with this rack. It went together really well. Like, I understand I'm a mechanic, so it's not that difficult for me, but I think anybody with a set of tools would have no problem reading the instructions and getting this rack put together.
Well, there it is. It's just finger tight mostly. Got to come back out here and go through all the bolts, make sure they're all nice and tight. That's the Vevor bed rack. Now on the forums it said I was going to have to drill them, but I didn't have to do any drilling. Or not drilling, I meant cutting, trimming, but this one fits. But you can see how the rooftop tent is going to be just level with the roof. Should hang out about, well, tailgate length anyway. Alright, let's go charge these cameras up and take a coffee break, and then we're going to figure out how to, well, gotta figure out how to get the rooftop tent up there.
Well guys, thanks for checking out another video. We're going to call her quits here. Part 2 is going to be installing the rooftop tent onto this rack, so stick around for that. So don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you can check that out. And as always guys, remember, stay safe, have some fun, get out there and have yourself an adventure. Until next time.